Good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, September 22nd, about 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time. We're going to try one of Howard Rock'n'Roller's tosses, and we're just going to have fun with it and see what we can do. We're going to do his diagonal dice magic, but I'm going to be throwing it from stick left 1 or 2, and we're going to go into the opposite corner. Okay? On the previous video I did his dice magic. This is going to be his diagonal dice magic, which is basically, and I could get this wrong, but it's where you're basically, it's the dice magic, but you're going to put everything, you're going to throw the dice with your grip is on the corners instead of on the flat portion of the dice. So it's going to look something like this into the corner. Okay, so it's like that. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to use 5 shooters. We're going to use a green chip for a come out 7, a red chip for a 7 out. Okay? Everything else is going to be just a regular box number. That's going to be a white chip. We're going to mark those. Something different is that we are also going to do a betting strategy for 5 shooters, and just imagine that we have a $600 bankroll. Okay? We're on our $5 minimum table, 500 maximum with 10 times odds. We're going to choose 2 dice, 1 green, 1 red. There we go. Got it on the first roll. We are going to throw a 6-3-1-4 set. So that is going to be something like that. 6-3-1-4 set. It is an all 7 set, and the basic reason for that is that if you're tossing the dice and you want them to land in the corner and split apart, so that you're getting off of your 7s into the box numbers. Okay? We'll see how it does. But it ought to be fun. I really like the idea of it. And let's give it a whirl. Dice are out. Six, 3, 1, 4. We'll say I just don't have room to try to do this from the back end, from the end of the table. So I got to do it from stick left 1. I can't do it from stick right because I don't have the room. Dice are out. 6, 3, 9. 6, 3, 9. So 9 is going to be our point. I'm going to mark it with a white chip. I'm going to keep track of the ATS. We're going to have, sorry I didn't put money out earlier, $15 pass line. I would have had $10 on the C&E, so that's gone. And I would have had 25 on the ATS, which is a 8-9-8 split. Okay? So So now let's get our money up here for our normal thing. Is 220 on the inside. See what we can do. Six, 3, 1, 4. Dice are out. Three, 6, 9. Point is made. 3, 6, 9. Now, the only difference is we're going to use a black chip for a point being made. We're going to win $15 on our pass line, $70 on our place bet. We're going to come out with $8 on the C, 2 on the E. We're going to press up our 6 and our 8, $30 each. We're going to put $15 on the 10. Come out roll. All the place bets are off. Dice are out. 6, 3, 1, 4. Hard 10, hard 10. I'm going to mark the 10. 10 becomes our point. Put a white chip on that. Going to lose our C and E. Dice are out. 6, 3, 1, 4. Five, 6, yo, 5, 6, yo. Mark that yo. Nothing happens as far as the money.
It doesn't go into effect for 1 year. It's a commentary period now, and it only
Dice are out.
are exclusively investing
6,
in either
3,
quantum computing.
1,
Almost
4.
anybody in China could say, "Oh, I don't do that," and then the investment will continue. And you know, Roger Robinson's numbers are $2 or $3 trillion.
That's right. And Roger Robinson is among those, many others. He was in charge of China's strategy in a past administration.
3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9.
Soft on China. Again, soft on China.
$50 on that 9 is going to pay 70. This is where we're going to reduce our bets. We've got our 2 hits. We pressed up. I'm going to put a white chip on the 9. We replenish our chip rack. So we have $95 to play with. We're going to come out. We're going to get change for $75. Okay.
On some of these top military officers, Joint Chiefs, Marines, Army. Take a victory lap, Senator Tuberville. Schumer did what he said he wouldn't do. I'd say that's a Tuberville win. I give it to Auburn, and Auburn.
There's 75. We're going to put 66 on the inside.
The minority can do one thing to get a vote on the floor, and that's to get 16 signatures from your fellow.
Get some more white chips.
We took it to Schumer. He said, "Well, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to do it myself. I don't want to look bad." So we made him blink. He brought 3 to the floor. We got him confirmed. It shows you that
We've got
Schumer's been here a long time.
$29 in profit.
But I still will hold my holds until they change
And
this.
that's what we're just going to play with the profit from here on out. So
Well, the policy as I understand it, it's unlimited funding for abortions.
dice are out.
There was no congressional legislation passed to that
6,
effect.
3,
Tell me that I'm wrong, but that's
1,
the way I understand it.
4.
This was a legislative win for all of Congress, because basically we're telling Joe Biden and the Secretary of Defense, you can't make policy. You can't play a communist. You can't be a dictator. Send it to Congress and let us pass it the way you're supposed to do it, the way they did in 1984 when Joe Biden was in the Senate, and pass the same policy. Let's do it the same
2,
way
4,
this time.
6,
Do it for the American people.
2,
Give them a voice.
4, 6.
Let's go through a couple things quickly. Zelensky met with Biden.
Mark the
Nobody knows
6.
what they agreed to. There's no money coming. I don't know. 24.
We have $18 on the 6 is going to pay 21.
In whatever appropriations bill is.
All right, take $1 from the rack.
The thing is,
We're going to press up 22 on the inside.
give any more weapons to the Ukraine. Lot of corruption in the Ukraine.
Going to put a white chip on the 6.
A lot of his top people. What do you make of all this, Senator Tuberville? Where are we going? Who's running the diplomacy here to make some kind of peace deal? That's what I want to know. Exactly. And who's got a plan? We don't
Dice are
have a plan
out.
for whether we
6,
win, we lose. How are we going to
3, 1,
It's just been
4.
a grab bag of doing things the last year and a half, Larry. You know, President Zelensky, the real president of the United States, was talking to Joe Biden a few minutes ago. Zelensky's running the show. He has been for a year and a half. I hope Biden understands that people are looking and going, who's running the show here in our country? At least Zelensky's fighting. But, you know, I hadn't voted for a dime to go to Ukraine because they can't win this, okay? They're getting their people killed.
6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. Yo is already marked.
We have got a war ourselves down at the southern border, and Joe Biden
I'm
doesn't
gonna put it,
realize that.
that's the second yo. I forgot to put a chip on the yo. Sorry about that. Hard to do the betting.
We are in terrible shape, and if we don't wake
Keeping
up,
track of the numbers hit.
wake up, we are going to be in tough shape.
Everything involved.
Other one, Senator, is where
Then concentrating on the throw. Let's see here.
which is so unnecessary. Joe
We're ready to go.
Stop drilling in Alaska. Stop drilling in New Mexico. Stop drilling in most of the Gulf of Mexico. Inflation's going up, not down.
Dice are out.
Really being honest,
6, 3, 1,
with Kevin O'Leary,
4.
the Fed's target rate's going to have to go up a whole lot more to stop the energy inflation. So here's another example of a policy, you know, progressive policy, whatever, that is completely backfired, and people are furious because the real value of their wages
6,
are going
5,
up.
yo. 6, 5, yo.
You can't, and you and I talked about this, Larry, you can't run a country like ours or any country without fossil fuels. It is
See a horn, bet a horn.
These clowns are trying to force it on the American people. We're buying foreign oil when we got more oil here. Now they're going to the Gulf of Mexico and said, okay, we're going to stop more leases down there because there's a rice well that we got to protect. There's been one damn rice well
6,
seen
3,
in the last 100 years in the Gulf of Mexico.
1, 4.
These people have lost
Dice
their
are out.
mind, Larry. They look for everything. They're hiring more EPA agents, 25,000 this year, by the way. They are regulating everything they possibly can. They're turning off everything they can. It is a clown show up here when it comes to fossil fuel. I call it sheer insanity. Sheer insanity. And you know what else, Senator? Every person.
2, 6, 8. 2, 6,
Everyone
8.
There's no common sense going on in this administration.
Mark the 8.
Ordinary common sense. You know what I mean? Everybody
We have 24 on that 8. Is going to pay 28.
Stop figuring that you can. $100 a barrel. Who knows how high it's going to go?
We're going to press up our 8 to 30.
Who knows how low real wages are?
We're going to rack the rest.
Sheer insanity. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, Senator Tuberville, as always, we love having you. We'll check
Okay,
in soon.
we are going to do one other thing. We're going to put $2 on the hard 6, $2 on the hard 10. Just to try to get those numbers covered at least with minimal risk. Dice are out. 6, 3, 1,
Ever wonder what the
4.
Experian app can do? With tools for a brighter financial future, benefits are all around you. See your FICO score for free. Raise it instantly with Experian Boost to prepare for your next big purchase.
Dice are out.
Get a credit card that matches your lifestyle. And get notified of changes in your credit to stay protected. So many
3, 1, 4, 3, 1,
Experian and
4. Mark the 4. Lose our hard 4.
I think we've come up with a number.
Replace our hard 4.
Continue resolution of 30 days. And I think that makes sense.
We're going to pass legislation that curbs our spending, secures our border, and puts America in a stronger
Dice
position.
are out. 6, 3,
House Republicans reporting progress
1,
on
4.
negotiations yesterday. They are planning on voting on the Pentagon appropriations bill later today, after 2 of the 5 members who blocked that bill earlier this week have reportedly changed their position. Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who says he will keep Congress for a rare Saturday session this weekend,
Dice are out.
reportedly receiving support on a new framework for the continuing resolution. The bill now includes a top-line spending level of $1.471 trillion. For the
Hard
budget.
4, 22. Ballerina is in the building because it's a 2-2. 4 is already marked. We're going to mark it again. We have $2 on the hard 4. It's going to win 14.
This is the debate you want from your Republican majority, right?
We're going to press up our hard 4, hard 10, $1 each. We're going to put $10 place bet on the 4. We're going to rack the rest.
Answer the question to the American people. Do you want to shut the government down? Do you want to secure the border? Which do you choose? I think the American people are
6,
ready
3,
to
1, 4. If you hear anything in the background, it's Fox News on YouTube. So
I think we're on the right track. I think we'll get something done this weekend. And I think
dice are
we'll
out.
get
6,
all of our
3,
objectives, policy and budget.
1, 4.
Well, it's been so difficult to really crack this reckless spending that we've seen in the last couple of years. Aren't you supposed to have discretionary spending of $1.6 trillion, and yet your colleagues on the left again
3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9.
Well, they actually spent 11 trillion, but 6 went to the national.
Mark that 9 again.
Financing.
We got $20 on the 9 is going to pay 28.
Completely, and it's what is it now with the cost
Going to press up our 9 up to a quarter.
We've got this record inflation and interest.
And we're going to rack
also drag on the economy, and it's
the rest.
driving this unsustainable debt that's going to.
If we get everything up to the quarter level, then we'll
The bigger is the 10-year
look at
balanced budget that will reduce 16 trillion
pressing
passed out of our budget committee yesterday.
from there on.
Let's talk about that.
But at this point,
Your colleagues on this
we're not there yet.
feel that there's not enough
And I'm only going to press the numbers that I hit. So
I just spoke with Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs in the last hour. He explained why he's still a no against this.
dice are out. 6, 3, 1,
2 bills that have been marked up
4.
on the appropriations docket of 12 bills. And to say that we're going to keep it at 1471 when we don't know where these cuts are coming in, we don't know what the policies are going to be, is irresponsible.
You're the chairman of the budget committee. I guess
5, 2, 7, 5, 2, 7, 7 out. 13 throws. I hit the puck with the dice,
There's no excuse.
but that's okay. 13 throws. First time ever shooting it.
On the discretionary
I'll take it.
in a decade. We didn't negotiate a debt ceiling in over a decade.
Going to put a red chip here on the 7.
Year-over-year spending.
So we're going to take all of our
We're getting our fiscal house in order, and and it's a painful and protracted process.
We're going to make sure that we have 13 here.
We rein in the spending.
Yep, so that matches.
With the bloat
We had 1 point made and 1
to the mandatory
7.
entitlement programs. Those are the real
Going to rack that.
and then look at the
I'm going to place that up here behind
and then
our
a number of other items in the long run.
ATS.
They're not tens of billions, they're trillions.
That was our first shooter. Our second shooter, we're going to come out $15 pass line, 25 on the ATS.
Yeah, which is why your colleagues are pushing back, a handful of them. Kayla, jump
All of
in.
these come
It
down.
feels like we just went through this a few months ago during the debt ceiling negotiations when Republicans put together a great policy package that would have reduced spending, would increase border security, and yet many
We ended up with a small profit, not much, but we got a small bankroll, so we can't really complain. We're going to come out with $8 on the C, 2 on the E. Going to grab 2 new dice.
I think it's going to be similar because the limit say grow, or our first offer on the debt ceiling deal was.
We are going to change our dice set.
In its fiscal reforms,
And the only reason is so I can line up with the lines here. We got
the Democrats who run the Senate and the Democrat that's in the White House, right? I mean, this is a negotiation. We need the most conservative funding bill with the most conservative policies in this funding package. That's what we're going to get if we have to get it in another 30 days.
let's see here.
We've got to put in
I got to try to.
We know what's coming back isn't going to be what we put in the House funding package.
Yeah, exactly. And the Senate could blow it all up, and we still see a government shutdown, right?
That's right, but let's let the Senate have to answer the question, do you want to strengthen the military? Do you want to save the country from a debt crisis? Do you want to secure the border and protect the hundreds
Let's go with a 3.
citizens of our country who are dying from drug overdose and the other elements that are threatening the lives of our citizens that are coming across the border?
Yeah.
That's the debate.
3, 5,
Right. And I know that there's
4,
common ground on
2.
securing the border, and yet I have it on my
So
own list,
again,
it's still there. Ronnie
3,
saying that the border is secure.
5,
These pictures are so obvious. Massive groups
3,
of
5,
nationals gathering under
4,
a bridge in
2.
Eagle Pass, Texas. This is yesterday. More than 4,000 illegal migrants crossed the border on Wednesday.
Still, it's still an all 7 set.
Look at these pictures. Fox News Digital obtained newly leaked images that
Dice are out.
show the Biden administration's planned identification cards for illegal migrants. ICE is hoping the photo IDs can be used to help verify an immigrant's identity and see if they can be deported, Congressman. But there are also plans to give illegals driver's license in the hope that they can vote.
Dice are out.
Going on?
Hard 6, 33.
Derelict, obviously,
Point is going to be a 6.
to protect the American people, provided common defense. We know that. He's completely undeterred and leaving the border totally.
We're going to lose our
and
C and E. We're going to mark the 6.
the poor folks that are being abused by the drug cartels because they're encouraged to come to this country. And it's
We're going to come out with $220.
that we've ceded control of the border to drug cartels. Listen, the only hope for stopping it at this point in my mind is Governor Abbott and state leaders exercising their constitutional right. If you
Dice are
it's
out.
explicit in the Constitution, states have the sovereign power of self-defense when there's an invasion or imminent threat. Imminent
3,
danger
5,
that exists. Obviously, nobody will
4,
dispute that.
2.
They need to secure the border. They need to enforce the immigration laws, and they need to protect the citizens in Texas and throughout the country. This president won't do that. So we've got to lean in and double down on our state efforts to do what he's failing to do.
Dice are out.
They're not doing it. You know that. How are you going to get them to do it? You're an elected official. What can you do now?
Hard 6. Point is made. Hard
We have the power of subpoena
6.
and our oversight responsibilities, and we have the power to purge.
Put a black chip on that 6. Puck comes off. We're going to win $15 on our pass line, $70 on our
The policies of about securing the border. There are other
on our place bet.
too, but securing
Going to press up our
top of the list and putting that in a funding package.
6 and our 8, $30 each. We're going to put $10 each on the 4 and 10. We're going to take from our rack. We're going to put $8 on the C, 2 on the E. Come out, roll.
Mr. Chairman, good to see you. Thanks very much.
Place bets are off.
House Budget Committee. We'll be watching. Quick break and then
I have to keep looking at the big dice so I remember what my set is. 3, 5, 4, 2. Come out, roll. Dice are out.
Like investing in the athletes of tomorrow.
That is a, I believe, is a 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. So we're going to lose our C and E. Point is 5. We'll put a white chip down here.
Joe Biden's time as vice president. Hundreds still remain hidden. The White House has cited executive privilege, claiming their release would, quote, disclose confidential advice between the president and his advisors. Well, yeah, that's why they want them. This comes after reports the president may have used pseudonyms in more than
3, 5, 4, 2. Dice are out.
Vice president. Joining me now to talk about all of this is Greg Jarrett. He is a Fox News legal analyst, and of course, he's also author of The Trial of the Century. It's really the book of the century, about the trial of the century. And Jason Chaffetz, former Utah Congressman, Fox News contributor, fellow at the Government Accountability Institute, and not to be outdone by Greg, also author of The Puppeteers. Gentlemen, great to see you. Thank you for being here. So, Craig, first the obvious question. Why
5, 6, yo. 5, 6, yo.
And another question, is it legal to do so?
I'm going to mark the yo down here and up here.
The answer is usually the correct one. You know, David, if somebody has nothing to hide, they don't hide their communications. But people who do engage in improper, if not illegal activities, well, you know, they often cloak them
Dice
in
are out.
a shroud of
3,
darkness.
5,
They seek to obscure
4,
their
2.
illicit behavior. Hunter was being copied on his dad's secretive emails that dealt with Ukraine, where the son was pocketing $1 million a year, an astounding sum of money. And some of the shared communications were with then President Poroshenko, who, of course, Joe pressured to fire the prosecutor
Dice are out.
who was investigating Hunter Biden and his company Burisma. So, you know, these alias
1, 4, 5. Point is made. 1, 4, 5. Gonna win $15 on the pass line. $70 on our place bet.
Right, and that leads me to the former chairman of the committee.
Black chip goes on the 5 point, because point was made. We're going to pull all of our bets down and play with profits. It's not going to be a lot of profit, but it's still profit.
Might assume that some of these texts and messages were used while he was.
And now this is an accumulated profit between the first and second shooter. Just so you know, I've got my $600 original bankroll.
They should absolutely demand them. Look, the use of the pseudonyms is used to bypass the.
We have $179 to play with. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. We're going to take $66 of it.
Not only is that nefarious in its intent, it shows that they really truly want to hide something. But we
Get some more white
Joe Biden
chips.
saying that he never had a discussion to now Joe Biden having full and complete access of the White House.
We're going to play 66 on the inside. We're going to put $8 on the C, 2 on the E for the come out. Rack the rest. Place bets are off.
clients into the White House, get pictures, meet people. The number of times Hunter Biden's business partners have actually met with officials in the White House, meeting with John Kerry, the Secretary of State. I mean, it is
Dice are
so
out. 3-5.
over the top and unbelievable.
4,
And it's just
2.
amazing to me that every news organization in the country isn't writing about this, because what other evidence did they need?
Well, and Greg, I don't want to get too much into weeds, but the fact is that the Federal Records Act does forbid the use of pseudonyms that mask
Dice are out.
identities if you're using a government device. I mean, there is a possible violation of the law in what Joe
5,
Biden did.
6, yo on the come out. 5,
Oh, absolutely.
6, yo.
Top government officials.
You love the yo is already marked.
And part of it, and that includes cabinet members.
We're going to make this a proper bet,
For your government communications,
just to make it easier.
you must
We're going to lose.
exclusively
Well,
use
I'm sorry. We're going to lose our craps bet.
server,
Okay?
which is secure, and you're supposed to use your assigned
I'm going to mark that yo.
email.
We're going to lose our craps bet.
You in fact have to sign
We're
a
going to win
document that
15
says, if I don't follow these
on our
rules, I recognize
pass line
that I
bet.
can be prosecuted for it. So, you know, it's not enough for Joe Biden to say, hey,
So there's 15. So out of that, we're going to replace our craps bet. We're going to win 30 on our yo bet.
You can't use an alias.
Going to press up our yo up $1. Going to rack
I want to also add here, Greg's 100%
the rest.
It also includes all of the staff. It's not just a one-way direction. If they're sending something to somebody and they know it's an alias, they are party to that, to breaking of the law there. So everybody else that is copied on this, that is a government official,
Dice are out.
that is a participant in this scheme, is also
3,
subject to
5,
the law. And that is
4,
what needs to be uncovered by the
2. Still a come out roll. All the place bets are off.
Well, Greg, we do have specifics on, because of the great reporting of John Solomon, by the way, who you just wrote a piece about. He's done incredible reporting, finding out that when Vice President Biden essentially fired that Ukrainian prosecutor who was looking into his son's business, he was overruling the advice of a task force of the DOJ,
Hard 10.
of Justice,
Hard
Treasury, and of the
10.
State Department that sort of
Point is going to be a 10.
that he was firing. So by what authority and by what evidence did he override
Mark
the
it.
experts who came to the
Going to lose our C and E.
prosecutor? Yeah, the experts were the State Department, Justice Department.
We're going to come out,
all of whom
put
said,
$2 on the hard 10, $2 on the hard 4.
we're getting rid of corruption. What does Joe Biden do? He defies the policy of the Obama administration, apparently to help his son continue to receive
Dice are out.
money. So, you know, this Burisma scandal alone
3, 5,
contains compelling evidence
4,
of influence peddling, which the criminal
2.
defense describes as bribery, using your public office to confer a benefit in exchange for money. Burisma got a benefit from Joe, a probe that suddenly vanished. His son
Dice are out.
continued to receive the payola from Burisma. And
And
so the journalist, David, claimed that influence
6, 1, 7, 7 out. 8 tosses that time.
Jason, and yet, despite what Greg just said about bribery and the
Everything
evidence
comes
that
down.
conclusion about everything we have, here's what Jake Tapper and a Republican congressman, Congressman Buck, by the way, said the other day about the whole investigation, whether or not there was any evidence or not. Roll tape.
Obviously, we're not at the point where we're ready to offer evidence of impeachment, but rather just to start an inquiry into whether impeachment is
We had
appropriate.
8 tosses with 2 points and only 1 7. Let's go ahead and reset.
Jake has been asleep for the past couple of months because bribery is the name.
That was our second shooter.
Crime and federal statute. It's a crime.
$15 pass line. 25 on the ATS.
Somer could certainly lay that out. We could lay that right out here on Kudlow, as they have.
8C2E.
Kennedy or Kudlow or these shows that cover these stories. Jake needs to actually have
And let's grab
intellectual curiosity, because the evidence
some new dice.
you have emails, photos, you have text messages, you have Secret Service logs, you have money bank records, telephone records, you have the White House now producing more documents and admitting that they
We'll keep the same dice set, 3, 5, 4, 2.
would be on your checklist to go out there to get, especially
And
with money going into the
I gotta get better at hitting my target zone.
And I hear the phrase lack of evidence.
But here goes. 3, 5,
Next time I hear that. Finally,
4,
Greg, I just
2.
want to talk about new questions about the DOJ and their interference with the investigations in Hunter over the 5-year period. Of course, Mr. Weiss was the
Reset my
U.S.
counter.
attorney. Now he's a special prosecutor, special investigator. Let me just play what Merrick Garland said on August 11th about his so-called independence.
Dice are out.
Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation.
1, 3, 4, 1, 3,
Steps he deems appropriate
4.
based only on the facts and the law. The appointment of Mr.
Point
Weiss
is 4.
reinforces for the American people
Gonna mark it.
the department's commitment to both independence, accountability, and particularly sensitive matters.
Well, Greg, we now have emails that show that the Department of Justice was actually writing answers for Mr. Weiss that he was getting from Congress. I mean, it's just
Gonna come out with $220 on the inside.
From the DOJ. Yeah, those emails show that Merrick Garland wasn't telling the truth when he claimed Weiss was independent. Every time Congress was sending questions to Weiss, they get answered by Merrick Garland's DOJ. And the other thing they were asking about is this top assistant attorney general, who apparently may have been involved.
Dice are out. 3, 5,
At the DOJ,
4,
who had
2.
previously worked for the law firm defending Hunter Biden. And then he eventually leaves the DOJ, rejoins the very same firm defending Hunter Biden. So, in a conflict of
1,
interest,
6, 7, 7 out. Only 2 tosses that time.
but it's very
I hit my zone,
was in
but boy, it just died right there. So that was not a good thing for us.
Very, very quick answer on this one. When will we hear about an impeachment inquiry? How soon?
Right after Labor Day, the House convenes. That's when they need to bring it up. And by the way, 2,500
That was our third shooter.
in a FOIA
We have
request,
2 tosses.
communication between David Weiss and the Department of Justice.
Gonna come out again. $15 pass line.
Jason, Greg,
25 on the ATS. Reset. $8 on the C, 2 on the E. Get new set of dice.
Good evening, I'm Jacob McDowell.
And I'm Sean Duffy. Welcome to the bottom line.
Let's get right to this, Duffy.
Yeah, let's get to it. A fool's errand? That's how some Senate Republicans are characterizing House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's impeachment inquiry into President Biden. They say it's a waste of time. At this rate, are these Republicans any better than these Democrats?
Certainly not going to speculate on what has been a baseless inquiry that the House Republicans.
Okay, we're going to change our dice set.
Defend themselves, and that many House Republicans have said. They have said.
6, 3.
Their own votes.
No,
Please don't do it.
I'm sorry.
It's just like those dangerous men over there, you know, the cheap thrills and everything. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just like if they got a
6, 5, 1, 2. 6, 5, 1, 2. See what that does.
The White House even sending a memo to the media about it, demanding more scrutiny of Republicans from the press, as if they aren't already the Biden quadruple, doing nothing but carrying water for Sloppy Joe and company. McCarthy, thankfully, hitting back.
I think the investigation
Dice are
is
out.
really
6,
concerning
5,
to me that the
1,
president
2.
White
Come
House
out
is
and
telling
roll.
the press what to say. I think the press should be wanting to know the answers too. Did the president know when he went to dinner with his son that he would get a Porsche? Did he know when the
5,
son was
4,
sitting
9,
at the table
5,
and he was talking and
4,
using an email
9.
address that wasn't his own name, so people couldn't find it? Did he know when he was talking about the president?
Point is 9.
Was that referring to his son serving on the Burisma board with the
Lose our C and E.
Did he know his son was selling the brand was him? Those are the questions I think people want.
So cue the high and mighty hair girl governor from California, that would be Gavin Newsom. He's mocking McCarthy, and he's dismissing the inquiry. Watch.
The murder capital of California is Kevin McCarthy's district. They have 63% higher.
We're going to put $60 or $30 each on the 4 and 10. And then we got $330 on the inside.
McCarthy will be focused on those issues.
Try to recover some of our money.
Cares deeply about life. I mean, give me a break.
6-5.
You know, overseas
1,
law enforcement, state and local.
2.
Your haircut with an ego. So what does the big guy think of all of this? Jury's
Dice
still
are out.
Let's bring in Republican Pennsylvania Congressman, the great Scott Perry. Congressman, good to see you. So let's talk about the Senate. Obviously, there was a conversation with the Senate earlier today. Some of your colleagues went over, and the Senate seems to be giving some pushback to the House, even on the inquiry. It seems like they don't want to find out what ties.
Dice, you're out. 6-5, 1, 2.
Business dealings. What's your take?
Well, I'm sure
6, 6, 12, 6, 6, 12.
to believe that their president could actually be selling out the country. Unfortunately, Sean, look, we are at this
Mark
point
the 12.
because there's this mountain of evidence, not because of what Republicans have done. I mean, the only reason we know about it is because Republicans are in charge of the House. Otherwise, none of this information would be out there. But there's at least $20 million
Dice are
that
out.
changed hands from foreign individuals to the Biden family, to at least 9 people in the Biden family. We don't
6,
know.
5,
We don't know what we don't know.
1, 2.
Accounts we can't look at, but we know there are 20 shell companies. We know about the emails. We know about the conversations that the vice president had at the time with these people that were paying. And we also know that Hunter Biden was hired by Burisma to get the prosecutor off their
2, 4, 6,
Joe Biden went overseas.
2,
And as he
4,
said, son of a bitch, they
6.
fired the prosecutor because they wanted $1 billion in loan guarantees from the United States of America. These things all
Mark
point to
that
corruption,
6.
and the inquiry allows us to get
$90 on that 6 is going to pay 105.
or urge us to go forward in the direction that we're going currently. You would think if you were the president and your name was
Going to get some change here. 5 red chips.
you put all this stuff out there to say, look at it and show me what you see.
Going to press up our 6 and our 8 up $30 each.
Don't look. It never happened. Don't believe your lying eyes. We
Our
know the play
5 by 25 and $10 each on the 4 and 10.
Unfortunately, I suspect the evidence is going to continue to mount against Joe Biden, and the Senate's going to be put in a tough position once the impeachment gets beyond the inquiry.
Dice are out.
These folks are all going to have to stand for election and tell the American people why they
6,
want to keep a
5,
as Commander-in-Chief of the
1,
United States of America.
And with 80%
2.
of Americans believing that there is a two-tiered justice system, you have one GOP senator saying this to the Hill. Of course, not on the record. Senate GOP
Dice
member,
are out.
quote, maybe this is just Kevin, meaning McCarthy, giving people their key to get through the
6, 5, 1, 2.
The condescension over from the Republicans in
6,
the Senate, quite frankly,
4, 10, 6, 4,
given that
10.
Republicans in the Appropriations Committee,
Mark that 10.
they have signed on to a $14 billion in additional
Got $40 on that 10. It's going to pay 80,
It's for things like defense.
but it's going to cost me $2 VIG. So I'm going to take it out of here and get $3 change.
The Fiscal Responsibility Act. They are bigfooting what you
We are going to
trying to do in terms of fiscal responsibility and cutting the vicious
press up our 4, 5, and 10 by $25 each.
Yeah, the folks that Dagan and Sean, the folks that
The rest comes back in the rack.
can't pay their electricity bills, can't afford gasoline, can't afford groceries, cannot afford to go out to a meal on a Saturday night because of what we're doing in Congress here. And while I did not support the deal on Memorial Day that increased the spending, unlimited debt ceiling, the
Senate, you can't even
Dice are out.
spending more money. And
6-5.
these Republican senators when Democrats were
1-2.
impeaching the last president with no evidence whatsoever. As a matter of fact, just completely conjured things up, destroyed his reputation, and tried to destroy anybody's reputation that ever worked for that.
Dice are out.
Where were they then? Yet with all this mountain of evidence that we currently have right now,
6-5. Yo. 6-5. Yo. Mark that yo.
That most Americans can see with their own eyes. These things,
All we have left on the tall is the 8. Perfect opportunity to lay the 8. But we're not going to do that. If I was in the casino, I probably would. I would take everything down and lay the 8. But we're not. I want to get at least one more good hit. Dice are out. 6-5. 1-2. Dice are out. 1-6-7. 7 out. 6 tosses that time. Bummer. Bummer. So everything comes down.
If you can't see that, if you are that blind, I'll turn it over to your friends. People can't see that. They think it's political revenge. It's because you don't report on it.
Great answer. You don't report on it. Congressman, great exchange. But the question is, are you
So we are.
any of the press that actually want to?
We have $4 left to our name. That was our 4th shooter. Again, that was.
I mean, we see Sean Duffy and Dagan McDowell.
What did I say? 6 tosses or 7?
You're not going to hear anything except that Republicans are crazy, and the only person that
Oh, I'm sorry.
impeachment ever was.
Here we go. Here's our tosses here.
St. Biden could have never done these things. Meanwhile, we know that his son committed crimes. That's absolutely
10 tosses or 6 tosses.
Lied about his relationship.
1-7.
Business dealings. We also know that
Should have hedged that 8, right? Would have come out ahead. We're going to get a $600 marker. I'm going to put that chip there.
But we don't do that well. I don't own any mansions, and I don't suspect you did, or you certainly didn't at the time either. So why is there no question? Why is there no curiosity from the press about these things? Because
We're going to come out with a $15 pass line. This is our last shooter. 25 ATS, 8C2E. Same dice set, 6-5-1-2. I like the dice set. It's my tossing that I'm not hitting when I the place or they're either too high, too low. So I haven't developed a toss for that. That will come though. Dice are out. Come out, roll. 6-5. 1-2.
Growth of the oil industry. He made the decision the Interior Department made the decision in Alaska just last week.
Along with the fact that American producers are more productive than they've ever been, producing almost 13 million barrels.
1-3-4. 1-3-4. Gonna lose our C&E. Point is 4. And since this is our last shooter, we're gonna come out. Go full boat.
You pointed out those kind of horrible policies as an attack on the American way of life as a reason to pull back on funding.
$40 on the 4, 50 on the 10, 110 on the 5 and 9, 120 on the 6 and 8. I'm not too concerned about the money. It would be nice, but this was meant as more of a fun exercise to see what if I can get the dice to do what I want them to do. 6-5-1-2.
to accept electrification via wind and solar produced by China, or if you're going to buy fossil fuels that have to be bought
Dice are out.
from Venezuela as opposed to American producers. It is outrageous, and it is crippling our country. It is crippling our citizens' ability to live their lives. And this administration
I had a runner.
is at war with America and the American way of life.
4-3-7 out.
I remember about a year ago, the FBI approached you and your family. They seized.
So this toss is definitely, I can't do it on my table. I'm not in the right position. So everything comes down. We had another 2-roller, a PSO. We lost close to $1,200. Out of $1,200, we have $4 to our name. But here's the important part of today's session is we're going to, out of 5 shooters, we failed on 3 of them and made a slight profit on the first 2. Okay? So, out of, we're going to see, good thing is, well, we didn't have any come out 7s. We did have one come out yo. $31 throws. My SOR is a 5. My SRR is a 5. So just slightly below what the math says should happen. So we're pretty close, really. If we would have, you know, a couple more throws, we would have been right on what the math says, you know, would happen as far as the distribution of the numbers. With a little practice, I am convinced I could do very well with this, but I'm also convinced that I can do pretty well with almost any set or throw if I can find 2 things: the right place on the table to throw from and the right set. So, hope everybody enjoyed. Again, shout out to Howard Rock and Roll Newman. Check him out on YouTube. I would love to take a class from this guy. Just can't afford him, unfortunately, like many people. But till next time, everybody, take care, stay safe, God bless.